we're going to listen to PA announcer for the guys game versus Ezell-Harding and DCA as he announces the starting lineups for the Eagles and the Wildcats.
And now, the starters for the Eagles of Ezell. We come in tonight today with a 16 and 14 overall record. At the wing position, a senior, number 32, Zion McCain. At the other wing spot, a sophomore, number 44, Jordan Whitaker. At the point guard, a senior, number 1, Austin G. Post position, freshman number 5, DJ Smith. At the other post, the junior number 22, Will Smith. The Eagles are coached by Wells Wilkerson, Keith Putnam, Ryan Duncan, and head coach Bradley Farmer. And now, the starters for the Wildcats of Donelson Christian Academy. Wildcats come into this evening's ballgame with a 22-7 overall record. Starting at the wing position, it's a senior, number 2, Joshua Joy. Another guard is a junior, number 12, Clay Hurdle. At the post is a senior, number 22, Carson Outlaw. At the center position, a senior, number 52, D. Ewan. And the other post is a junior, number 24, Jake Singer. The Wildcats are coached by Nate Johnson, Stan Desmond, and head coach Presley Ramsey.
It's not appropriate.
All right, and we are going to be live here at FRA, who is hosting our regional tournament. Ezell-Harding Eagles are going to be playing the consolation game against the DCA Wildcats. DCA Wildcats, if I am not mistaken, won state last year.
Correct.
Which means we're playing the defending state champions, which is always exciting. For those of you who are unaware of DCA style, DCA is going to pretty much run 5 guys the entire time. They will rarely make subs. They only really make subs when somebody gets into foul trouble. They have an incredibly disciplined line, well-conditioned by Coach Ramsey. Ezell-Harding's starting 5 will rotate. They're going to be fluid based on 90% of the time who's on fire or not. So Ezell-Harding's going to sub a lot. We have our senior, Austin G., who's going to lead at point, who will often let the other senior, Zion McKinney, just bust threes as much as he possibly can. So Austin G's trying to get this set up. Question is how we're going to play DCA. We play DCA, and we've played them close every single time we've played them. When we played them at DCA, Ezell-Harding won. When we played them at Ezell-Harding, DCA won. So home turf doesn't really matter. However, when we played them in the district tournament, DCA ended up beating Ezell-Harding in overtime, which was heartbreaking. We actually had that being commentated by myself and a few other people as well. Will Smith goes for the easy 2. Jordan Whitaker. Look at that.
Look at the fight.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be a jump ball, but yeah, it's gonna be a jump ball. So DC is gonna get the ball. Ezell-Harding's gonna come out with pressure to start. If you were wondering what those thumps were, DCA's cheerleaders have like the hardest feet in the world because you can hear their stomps from all the way over here. DCA misses the first shot they have the opportunity to get here. Austin G runs in. Will Smith.
Foul underneath.
Foul underneath on possibly Outlaw. See, we're champions of this. We've gotten used to this. Carson Outlaw gets the first foul of the game with 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Will Smith gets the ball inside. He's going to try to drive. He loses the handle, but somehow the handle goes to Jordan Whitaker. Austin G pretends like he's going to pull up for a three, decides to dump it off. Both teams kind of have similar styles on scoring in the sense that both teams want the score to be low.
Jordan Whitaker.
First 2 points of the game go to Jordan Whitaker. Everybody wants to stay out of foul trouble. D. Ewan goes out sometimes to throw large screens, which, I mean, I'd use them like that too, so I'm not saying anything about it. Joy launches down a three over Austin G. Will Smith gets the ball, runs back with it, loses the handle. Austin G for a long three. He misses it. D. Ewing gets the ball on the inside. Jordan Whitaker is going to get called for a foul here.
Well, it's on Ezell-Harding. It's Jordan Whitaker, his first, team's first.
Will Smith with the rebound. He has some of the most acrobatic rebounds you've ever seen in your entire life. Ooh, Outlaw gets called for a second foul. That's a tough one. That was close. That probably could have gone as either a jump ball or a foul, but ref decided to call it as a foul.
Thank goodness Whitaker did not take that three.
Foul going to be on Whitaker, which is going to be his second foul. Turnabout's fair play, it seems. So as soon as one person gets a foul, the other person is going to get a foul nearly immediately. So Ezell-Harding is going to sub in Nolan Liebrick, which means that they give up size, but they get speed and three-point ability because Nolan Liebrick is a great three-point shooter. He also has pretty good defense as well. Outlaw tosses over to Joy, and Zion gets picked by D. Ewan, one of my personal favorite names in high school basketball right now. Will Smith doing a great job of boxing out D. Ewan. Swings out to number 12. And if number 12 gets a chance, he's going to get on fire. Nolan passes over to McKinney, who throws up a three, misses. It's going to be Ezell-Harding's ball. Score with 3 minutes and 52 seconds left is DCA 6, Ezell-Harding 2. Great cut inside by Zion McKinney. However, isn't able to convert. Ooh. Outlaw loses the handle just a little bit there, but continues to retain possession. You know, DCA does just a great job of controlling the clock if you've never seen them play before. D. Ewan decides to use his size against Will Smith. That's definitely a size mismatch. Great steal by Joy. Swings it back. That's a rare thing for Austin G to lose the handle like that, but he does. Austin G is one of the greatest actors ever. If he does not go into Hollywood, I will be shocked. Number 12 with a shot. It goes in.
2 in a row.
That is 2 in a row. Pass out to Austin G. Austin G with the miss. Will Smith does get the rebound, however. Drives in, lays it in. Will Smith just has a great ability to control his body while he's in the air. Joy gets the step back jumper. Austin G hands off to Will Smith. He's going to swing it around. Zion busts a 3. Coach Farmer is going to scream for a timeout. Almost didn't get it. You know, if you're a coach, you've got a checklist of things that you really want to have done. One of those things is to get Austin G going. Another thing is to be feeding Will Smith on the inside. Another thing is this: you want Austin G to drive in and then pass out to Zion McKinney, who has a propensity to get on fire as much as you possibly can. You want those things to happen, and then you want contribution from everybody else. And you definitely don't want your guys to get into foul trouble. And so far, both teams are doing a great job of keeping out of foul trouble. The score right now is 13-7, DCA.
They sub in Ryan Caldwell and Rayshawn Perry.
Ryan Caldwell, who is not a defensive specialist. He is a three-point specialist. What you're going to want to do is you're going to put him in there for offense. Rayshawn's a better defender and also has the chance to get on fire with threes as well. As a matter of fact, Ezell, the last time we played DCA, trusted Rayshawn to take the last 3 in overtime, or right before overtime. He ended up missing it by literally like 2 inches, and it just rimmed out.
Good defense.
That's right, great defense by Ezell-Harding. That's what you want when your starters aren't all on the field. You want your defense to hold. You want to make sure that nothing gets on a run, especially with about 10 seconds left in the first period. And the crowd offers just a cacophony of sounds here. Oh, look at that.
Caldwell's out of position.
Like I said, Caldwell's in there for offense. You want him to be in there for offense. He can shoot threes like nobody's business, but one of the things that you give up when Caldwell's in is the ability to defend really well. Austin G's going to pick it up and just launch a 3. Almost makes it, but doesn't. Well, the first quarter's over. DCA is up as 16-7. One of the things you probably should know about DCA is they have an incredible way of grinding down the clock. Sorry, trying to get as much of this in during the break here as we possibly can while I'm surrounded by this cacophony of sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to settle down for Ezell-Harding. Going to try to put in the starters most likely. Again, just to try to kickstart the offense. Again, you want Austin G to set up. You want Zion to get on fire. You want basically Will to drive in the paint, but also to pull up when he can. I can hear Coach Farmer from here, which means he's not happy.
He is showing his displeasure with Ryan Caldwell being out of position on the last defensive possession, but you can. I guess he knew that Ryan Caldwell could do that because he's an offensive player.
I mean,
you know what you get when you put him in the game.
That's exactly right.
Offense, and every now and then a lapse in defense.
I mean, you pity him a little bit because you're like, I wish he was in that position. You're trying to teach him how to be in that position. He's still a young player. I mean, he's got time to mature and everything. He's got a great 3 shot. Austin G gets the ball in, drives in, tries to drop it off to Rayshawn Perry, who gets the ball. Oh, foul's going to be on Joy. When I was in elementary school, we called what just happened there a tabletop.
Never heard that expression.
It's where you crouch down like a tabletop behind somebody and then you push them, and then they fall over the tabletop.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just didn't know the.
Well, now you know the word for it.
The word,
which is exciting.
TJ Smith.
Probably could have been a walk there, but instead the refs just let it go. Kevin Rivers going to come to the line to go in just a minute. Austin G somehow ended up crawling around on the floor. Don't know quite how that happened.
He's pulling his Jackie Chan. Moves and a foul.
Ooh. First foul on Austin G.
One thing that G has to watch is to stay out of foul trouble because that happened last night. And trying to go for the old-fashioned three-point play.
In basketball, that's what we like to call, you yell same team when you both run in there and hit the ball at the same time. So, fortunately, Ezell having a little problem getting on the same page.
Does not make Coach Farmer too happy.
That's right. I mean, Ezell-Harding, that Ezell-Harding came in with a succinct game plan here. They were ready to go. They knew what they were going to do. They knew what they were going to try to run. They also knew exactly what DCA was going to do. When you play DCA 4 times in a season, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Second foul on Austin G. Team 6.
Austin G gets his second foul in about 15, 20 seconds. DCA has a great ball movement, so they can stall for time. I mean,
backdoor cut.
That's right, backdoor cut. Hurdle's good at that.
Ezell just getting pounded right now.
Rayshawn Perry had a chance for a 3. Decided to step back. Austin G does take it. He's going to make it, so that's going to cut it to half. It's going to cut it to a 10-point lead. Like I said, DUN's going to set those high screens, get the ball moving as much as possible. Also set up for long shots. DCA's got quite a few guys who can shoot threes. Yep.
Definitely pushed off.
Elbow by Joy is going to get called every time, especially when Austin G's selling it. I've learned that basketball, again, is a lot like football. There's probably a foul in every single play. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to call it or not. And the refs are basically told, you call the fouls that are going to stop the flow of the game. Oh, DUN tackles Austin G. Coach Ramsey of DCA is going to call a timeout there. That's a wise timeout, just to try to get everything set up, make sure his players are ready to go. I'm kind of excited. For those of you who are not used to FRA timeouts, you know that there is a great chance that some random song is about to come on. And then at that point, Matthew and I will have some random tangent that we're going to run off on whatever decade that song comes from. So we had Hall & Oates yesterday. It was exciting. You Make My Dreams Come True, right? And just on cue, FRA decides to start playing a song. Let's see what it is. And we're back to action.
John Donelson checks into the ball game for the Wildcats.
Charlton checks in for DCA. One of the rare substitutions of Coach Ramsey.
Yeah, I don't even know if they even subbed yesterday.
Well, when he coached for Ezell-Harding, he didn't sub either. So usually what would happen is he'd had 5 and he'd have 1 sub, and you just kind of rotate through. And if you were on the bench, that meant that you were kind of the next season's people. Will Smith gets called for a foul.
Fouls on Will Smith of the Eagles. His first, team 7. At the line, shooting 1-1 for the Wildcats is number 24, Jake Singer.
And by 4 minutes and 31 seconds here in the second quarter, DCA is already at 1-1 every time they get fouled. First of the 1-1 is made. It's going to be a lane violation on Will Smith, which is going to give another opportunity for DCA to make this shot.
And thank goodness they don't convert. Sorry for the biased remark, but G for 3.
Sometimes you just got to call that karma, when somebody misses it. Pass directly to Zion McKinney.
Smotherman into the game. All reversed and blocked.
Blocked by Carson Outlaw. Austin G tries to sell it by grasping at his head in a superfluous way.
He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, he's a champion at it, let's be honest. Austin G, obviously, probably going to a D1 school. While we were in Knoxville, he was being looked at by a couple. I think Maryville was looking at him and a few others. Charlton inbounds the ball. This is one of those games that is kind of a rivalry, so obviously, emotions can get hot, and so can the scoring. So DCA takes a 14-point lead with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Will Smith pulls up for a jumper, makes it, cutting the lead in half. Blake Smotherman is in. I like to call Blake Smotherman a bull in a china shop. Quick pass inside. Zion McKinney stops it, passes it out to Austin G, who tries to move down the court fastly. Nobody uses their body better than Austin G. TJ.
Up, and what a rebound.
Rebound by Will Smith. He gets fouled.
Foul is on Carson Outlaw, his third foul. Team set.
Will Smith misses the first of 2. Blake Smotherman gets subbed out for Ryan Caldwell. And Will makes the second. So it's 24-13 with about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. Not sure, but I think Coach Ramsey just yelled "Sweet Tea." I
That
he's
actually
thirsty.
sounds good right now.
Yeah, it really does. Oh, wait, he did say no. Maybe swing tee. I'm not sure, but misses the handle. Joy misses the handle, and it's going to be an Ezell-Harding ball.
Drives and
Austin G gets fouled.
2 shots.
Third foul on Joshua Joy. Team 6.
And Ryan Caldwell comes over to Coach Bradley Farmer to have just a little bit of civil discourse on what he needs to do in regards to defense. Austin G makes the first, cutting the lead to 10. Austin G has a chance to make this single digits for the first time in a while. And mercy me, there's going to be another sub here. If we're not careful.
He subbed in.
He subbed in for the sub. Got it. Okay, perfect. So with a score of 24-15, it looks like Coach Ramsey is throwing caution to the wind and throwing out multiple subs.
But there's only one person besides the starters on the floor.
That's right.
So there is.
This looks like there's two, actually.
Two.
Number 32 got subbed in, and we didn't see it. Hurdle drives in, passes over to number 45. D. Ewan looking for body position, doesn't get it. Wow. Austin G runs in, gets trapped by about 4 Wildcats, and yet finds a way to back up and make the shot on a runner. So still 9-point lead for DCA.
Looks like Nolan Liebrick for the Eagles is at the check-in desk.
Now, who'd you put him in for? Caldwell or?
I would say that's probably who he would go in for.
Gotcha. DCA likes to hold the ball as much as they possibly can. They like to chew up that clock. I was watching them when they were playing Knox Webb while we were in Knoxville. And I kid you not, they spent a minute and 30 seconds with the ball in their possession.
This is where you would like the shot clock.
That's right. This, shot clock is one of those things that you wish you had in men's high school basketball, but you don't. So such is life. DCA, works the system. They know what to do. Ramsey's taught them well. DUN sets a high ball screen. Trying to free up number 24, number 12. They're going to live in this area right here.
Probably run something with about 8 seconds left. Back to Ewan. Up and off.
Little bust a shot. So as we enter into halftime, some of you guys, I'm sure, are getting hungry for dinner. Might want to take a 10-minute break here, go get some frog legs or something. I don't know what you got, whatever it is. I don't know why. Pizza, possibly hot dogs, whatever. I can tell you one thing right now. I'm getting a little hungry. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a little bit of a commercial break for 10 minutes, and we'll be back. And we're back at FRA for the second half of the DCA Ezell-Harding basketball game. DCA is up 26-17. 9-point lead. 9-point lead. We're having a little bit of tech difficulties. Hopefully you have the visuals back now. I'm up here with Twiddledee and Twiddledum, I think, so I don't know exactly what's going on.
Let's restate that. That would be our computer person's fault. Making sure the wires are not hooked up correctly.
I mean, I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that we all sprinted down as fast as we possibly can, chowed down on food, ran back up here to where all the technical stuff was.
Chowed down on some overpriced food.
That's exactly right. Hey, but that's
$14 for 2 pieces of pizza and a hot dog.
all right. Quick steal by Ezell-Harding. Zion McKinney goes in and makes the most of it.
Just kidding. $6.50. It is $4 for a bottle of water. Straight out of the tap. All right, let's get back to the game.
Ooh, all right. So we we already began our process of fouling to begin. Ezell-Harding gets the rebound. So the starters for Ezell-Harding back out. Quick movement around, trying to find somebody open. Will Smith trying to body it down low. It just doesn't really work. Quick ball movement. Austin G passes. Will Smith misses the handle. However, TJ does get the ball. It's going to be a jump ball, possibly a DU and broken arm right there. That was kind of scary. So jump ball is going to go to Ezell-Harding. Ezell-Harding down by 8 right now.
Foul?
Foul called on 12
or
possible?
24?
Number 12.
I don't even think she signaled the number.
Zion McKinney goes down as he's trying to run over and receive the inbound. Seems like Ezell-Harding has espoused the idea that the best way to do this is to shoot threes and hope that it works, because we're grinding down the clock, and I'm not necessarily sure it's going to help us here. Zion busts up a 2. That wasn't even going to be a 3. Ewan has the ball up at the top of the key. I want to see him drive. Wouldn't that be great?
Coach Ramsey would probably come unglued if he started driving to the basket, dribbling the ball.
Coach Ramsey already has a streak of gray in his hair. I guarantee you the whole thing goes gray after this, you know. TJ Smith goes in. Ball on the ground goes to Ezell-Harding. Kind of knew that was happening as soon as we trapped him in the corner. Austin G for 3, misses. Oh, just unlucky. Carson Outlaw gets really excited about his 2-point bucket. Will Smith puts up the ball. Again, DCA is going to try to grind down this game. They're going to try to use as much of the clock as they possibly can. Probably could have called a travel there, but didn't.
Joshua Joy wide open.
He has the most fascinating shot lineup because you don't think he's actually going to shoot it. Just you never know. It's like he just steps up and busts it. He looks like he's staring right down at like the post player, and it still goes in just about every time. Will Smith gets up the ball, crosses over Zion McKinney.
Right back.
It is a virtual Donnybrook of point scoring here. Ezell-Harding and DCA going back and forth. You got 3-point shots just raining down like crazy. So Ezell-Harding keeping it to an 8-point game. Timeout called just to try to settle the troops. About 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. And apparently FRA wants us to be bad to the bone.
Knox Webb entering the building. They will take on FRA for the region championship later today.
They're a good squad. It's going to be fun to actually commentate on that one.
It should be a very good game. Right to the basket.
Right to the basket. Easy lay in for DCA. TJ Ewan misses, or TJ Smith misses. Will Smith gets the ball.
And Kevin Rimmer tried to, dunk it or something.
Always be great if a freshman dunked, you know?
It'd be great if anyone dunked.
Hands going just about everywhere. Kevin Rimmer gets called for a double dribble.
Into the game, the Eagles is Futterman. He replaces TJ Smith.
Our computer personnel is getting on my nerve.
It's just what happens. That's what happens. Sometimes the things that are not actually on the mic ends up becoming some of the funniest stuff. Austin G pulls up for three. Makes it. It's just going back and forth here. It's looking like this game's going to be within about 10 points. If Ezell-Harding can hold on to some defense, they can get some easy baskets here. Austin G's got to be careful with those fouls. D. Ewan gets the ball. Timeout called by Coach Ramsey, or as I like to call him, Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
That's right. I think the real question we should be having here is this. Is D. Ewan related to Patrick Ewing or to J.R. Ewan from Dallas? Do you know even that TV show at all?
I've heard of the TV show.
That's
but
sad.
I've never
That makes
heard
me
of
deeply sad that you don't even know.
I've heard of the show. I've never seen it or heard of any of the characters.
I mean, it's kind of the Who Shot JR. Have you ever heard of that kind of thing? Okay, well, I'm just kidding. He doesn't have a G on the end of his name. It's just D. Ewan. It's exciting.
It would be awesome if he was related to Patrick Ewing.
You know, I love that his name is just, D. D-E. That's it. D. Ewan. Plus he's a beast inside, which is exciting.
Except when we're playing them.
That's exactly right. Well, he's still a beast. It's just that we're not happy that he's a beast.
Oh,
foul going to be called on Austin G.
Foul is on Austin G, his 13th second.
Joy swings the ball around, gets out to Hurdle. Hurdle goes in, just easy lay-in. DCA goes up by 12, 39-27. Austin G tries to head fake to try to get him to jump. He doesn't. Will Smith swings it around to McKinney, who launches up a three, misses. Austin G gets it. Austin G gets fouled, but nothing's called.
That might have been a little bit of a flop,
That could have been.
but
Foul on Blake Smotherman, his first, team third.
Joy pretty much challenges Blake Smotherman to a man standoff. Oh, that's going to be traveling. Kevin Rimmer quickly spots up, gets two, keeping the game within 10.
Jumper number 24, Kevin Rimmer for the Eagles.
One minute left in the third quarter. Will Smith tips the ball around, number 24 of DCA, just to try to get the ball in our possession. It doesn't work. Timeout called by Ramsey. I can tell you this game is anything but just an understimulating game. I mean, these guys are great. They're doing great basketball here, keeping this game within about 10 points. The unfortunate reality is every single time that Ezell gets close, DCA just pulls away. They get a 2, they get a 3, and then Ezell-Harding has to match it. So what do you do? What do you do if you're on Ezell-Harding's team? Like, if you're the coach in this timeout for Ezell-Harding, how do you get your guys excited to come back out onto the floor? What do you say to them?
I don't know. I'm just try to be a little bit more aggressive. Try to keep G out of fouls, and they have to play better defense. They can't allow the easy penetration right to the basket, and they need some stops.
That's exactly right. Play with some emotion. You can't come out with like vapid expressions on your faces and just giving nothing. Blake Smotherman overruns Joy. Carson Outlaw has a chance. G tips the ball out of bounds. And the ref is going to remind G not to have a delay of game penalty.
Awkward silence.
That awkward silence where everybody basically stares and is like, nobody saw a foul, but why are you talking to our guy? Seems like the refs have called a delay of game penalty in every single game in the past 8 that I've watched, so who knows? Well, there we go. There's some turnaround. Austin G.
All right to the basket, up and in.
Drives in, no call. No call, no shot there. And the call is going to go against number 12 of DCA. So all of that work Austin G put in to try to get that bucket in doesn't help him. Second foul by DCA. There's about 10 seconds left in the third quarter, so Austin G, who may or may not be friends with D, because they rhyme, I get it, launches up a 3, and ironically D gets it. See, G to D, unfortunately it didn't really work there, so Austin G busts up a 3 at the very end. It doesn't go in. At this point the score is 39-29 as we enter into the fourth quarter. The game's pretty close. It isn't totally out of control for Ezell-Harding. However, they're going to have to step up with some offense here as we walk into the fourth quarter. Defense is going to have to make sure they continue to stop DCA. And it does seem that we have a little bit of a cheer-off here between DCA's cheerleaders, who nearly number the same as Ezell-Harding's cheerleaders. We'll see who's louder. I'm not sure that there's an answer to that question.
As soon as you say that, they both stop.
So it's going to be white ball as we enter in. So DCA is going to get the ball. Ezell-Harding's got to get a stop and then turn around with it. Foul called on Blake Smotherman.
Foul is on Blake Smotherman. His second, team 4.
Awkward silence.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You know what I like to do when it's the middle of that awkward silence of like the free throw? Just yell some kind of like Jabberwocky nonsense. You know, just like nonsensical words or phrases. Just like throw them out there, just like that. Sometimes I just scream the words loud noises, but I usually try to do it with a New York accent. Austin G with the shot that just rolls around the rim for about 15 seconds.
Just the way it's went for Ezell tonight.
That's about right.
Or this afternoon.
That's right. Ezell-Harding down by 16 right now. It's the largest lead for DCA.
They tried to set Caldwell up for the 3. Contact,
no
foul.
drives in, contact, but yeah, they're going to let that one go.
I mean,
let's be honest, they've been letting a lot go.
They've let everything
the
go,
guys
and
play.
then
They've let the guys play,
and then
which is good. I mean, if you think about it, there's only been 5 calls, or there's only been 5 calls against Ezell. There's only been 2 against DCA. There was about that same number when it comes down to the last half. So the refs have been consistent. They've been consistent on both ways. They pretty much, they know it's highly contested, but yet at the same time, they're still going to make sure that the guys play and nobody gets hurt. They've kept it under control. Coach Ramsey yelling out either instructions or angry words. I'm not sure which.
Both.
Possibly both.
Instructions with an angry tone.
That carry with them angry words. So DCA trying to move the ball around for multiple reasons, trying to kill time. Blake Smotherman's going to get called for a hold. And he will therefore be, with about 3 personal fouls that he's gotten in the last 2 quarters, he's going to be cloistered by himself. Charge not called, but as Coach Farmer kindly decides to inform the refs. However, Austin G's shot.
Not really sure what the foul call was.
Will Smith, as he ran by, hit him on the arm. Usually not called because it's away from the ball, that kind of thing, but this time the ref is going to call it. And we're going to have the awkward silence of a free throw here at FRA, which is exciting. Oh, there's something on the ground, so the ref's got to take care of it. I think that's where Austin G got bowled over, and it wasn't called. Austin G sweats a lot, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but, you know. You should know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to inform. That's what I'm doing.
Some people appreciate that.
I'm sure they do. I mean,
Rimmer up and Ewan.
Oh man!
And the fans' displeasure.
You know, it's funny. We had no fouls for so long, and now all of a sudden we have had just a ton of fouls, just rapid one after the other.
We got to make free throws.
That's right. Rimmer even sees, trying to remind himself, we got to make those free throws.
That one.
This is the second as well. Austin G tries to sneak around back. It doesn't work.
It should have.
Wow.
Please don't.
So Austin G gets fouled.
Intentional
foul. I've always thought intentional fouls were a little bit interesting, just because could have sworn most fouls are intentional, but, you know, whatever.
Well,
that one was, he was up in the air. It was a little bit dangerous. Austin G misses the first. And he misses the second. Ooh. Will Smith busts up a three, misses.
Nothing falling.
Nothing's falling in, but we're also taking shots that are wild. Oh.
D. Ewan there to clean it up.
Basket's going to count. Number 24 on DCA is going to get called for that. PA announcer deciding to steal my line of the old-fashioned three-point play. We are having trouble with free throws today. The crowd is starting to get angry, but the refs are incorrigible about this right now. They're just going to go with what they know. And Austin G makes it respectable. Still at a 11-point deficit, Ezell is, and there's about 4 minutes left. Outlaw is swinging it over. Like I said earlier, DCA knows just how to grind down the clock. You can really just make your game go kaput as fast as anybody. Ball just flopping around. That's going to be a jump ball. No, it's not going to be a jump ball. Timeout called. It's a timeout called. Okay, that makes sense.
Taken by DCA. It's a full timeout.
The ref was there. Ref was on that side, so we know that she probably heard it. Both teams run into the ball as fast as they possibly can, so DCA just gets the benefit of the doubt and also the benefit of being right there next to the ref. All right, and we're back after the timeout. Oh, it's a broken ankle. Ezell-Harding looking to turn this game around. Austin G busts up a three and makes it. We're hoping that this is going to be the watershed moment for Ezell-Harding, that they're going to be able to change everything around. Oh, look at this. Austin G gets the ball. He's going to pass it in to Zion, who's going to put it up. 5 points in less than 5 seconds. Ezell-Harding's got to be careful not to foul. Austin G goes up. TJ Smith gets the ball. Austin G busts a three but misses. Rebounded by Outlaw. Joy goes up and lays it in to just try to make sure that Ezell-Harding can slow down the run here. Austin G puts in a basket, and that's probably going to be over the back on TJ Smith. Yeah. TJ went up when DCA had already had position. Now, for those of you who have just tuned in with us, you know that we're already to the point that everybody's in bonus. DU makes the first. DU makes both, taking it down to a 10-point game. Zion McKinney busts a three but misses. Ezell-Harding trying to get the defense in so that you can set up for that, that play that everybody has on their mind, just hoping that you can go in, you can take that last-minute shot. Jump ball is going to go to Ezell-Harding. Coach Farmer trying to manufacture something that his team has set up. Austin G goes in. Going to get called for a foul there. Oh, no, he didn't get called for that one. I thought he was going to get called for a charge there. He didn't. This is not exactly what Coach Farmer probably envisaged. Probably wasn't looking for this. He probably thought this game was going to be a lot closer.
And free throws is killing.
Will Smith probably could have gotten called for a foul there.
Oh, what a pass.
No look. Will Smith comes down with the rebound. Very few people jump higher than him. Austin G, tricky ball handling to Will Smith on the corner, who misses the three. That's going to be a foul on Austin G. Austin got nowhere near the ball, so what that's going to mean is...
I'm going to go with that's...
Foul is called on
This is fourth, okay.
fourth foul.
It's going to be Austin G's fourth foul. He's one away from fouling out with about 1:54 seconds left. Ezell-Harding down by 9.
On the DCA side, Blake Hurdle will be shooting it.
And DCA gets the roll on the free throws. Austin G trying to run back. Will Smith with the runner, misses it. And DCA has about 3 guys running all go routes from football. Austin G spots up for 3, misses. Zion McKinney gets the ball, trying to find an open man, finds Blake Smotherman, who goes in. It's going to be off on D. Ewan, and Coach Farmer's going to call a timeout just to try to settle down the troops. Ezell-Harding down by 13.
Timeout, Sergeant Ezell-Harding, a full timeout.
Ezell-Harding comes out, set up already in the play that they're going to run. DCA decides to take their time as they come back from the timeout. Coach Farmer just trying to get his guys organized, trying to get the lead cut, get it to single digits, make this respectable. Zion gets the ball. He misses the 3. Joy runs in, passes into Outlaw. Outlaw puts it up and pretty much rolls in a dagger here.
I think
not
the
much you
dagger
can do.
was put in about 5 minutes ago. When Ezell had that small
Austin
run.
G rolls in. Ball stolen by Will Smith.
Good effort. Yeah, I think the dagger was after the small run that Ezell had to cut into the lead to get it to, I believe it was 8. And we're just letting them snowbird right behind us.
Yeah, that's going to be an intentional foul. I mean, you knew that was coming.
I just don't see how you continue to let them get behind you.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to get high pressure. You're trying to get up on them so that the pass gets intercepted or something along those lines. And so you have a lot of people streaking right behind you. You usually have a man on them, though. Unfortunately, it just seems like they're just standing there, letting them go right by
I
them.
don't even know. Just disappointing. At least the girls came out with a
Solid victory.
there.
That's solid victory. That's right.
Maybe that'll give them some momentum going into Sub-State next Friday,
That's exactly right.
wherever they shall end up.
All right, so some of the starters are going to get subbed out here.
Wade Barker into the game.
Senior Wade Barker comes out.
Jake
So is
Davis.
Jake Davis.
Caldwell, Rimmer.
And it looks like DCA is going to be content to probably grind down this thing.
Joy. At this point, no reason to foul.
That's right.
Yep, DCA pulling the classy move of not going for the unnecessary points.
That's right.
And there's a very good foul.
Yeah, just a chippy foul. That was kind of one of those things. Crowd over at Ezell-Harding's side, totally silent, kind of gorgonized by what's happened over the last little while. Stunned
and
silent.
Bradley Farmer takes full timeout.
That's right. Coach Farmer's going to take his full timeout.
Might as well not take any. They don't do any good in your back pocket.
That's exactly right. You can't use them. Coach Farmer's probably going to say, like, don't you dare foul. Like, I will break you if you foul.
Well, something like that.
Something along those lines.
Or
he will probably yell it loud enough that we can probably hear it.
There's no probably. You'll hear it. Just like when he gets frustrated with him. Just when he gets frustrated with him, he tells him that he hadn't slept in 6.5 days or something like that.
That's
7
right.
days.
Something along those lines.
Yep.
That starts yelling.
Yep.
I mean, I understand that. You know, you want to get your guys excited. You want your guys to play disciplined, but let's be honest, there hasn't been a.
They just got outplayed early, and the score got out of hand.
That's
early,
right.
So, and they haven't been able to chip into it at all.
That's exactly right.
Seemed like they had 2 small runs, and every time they made the run,
That's right.
DCA would answer with a 2 or a couple free throws or a 3 to just put the dagger in, and Coach Farmer's taking his last time out.
Take his last time out with about 13 seconds left.
This will be a full
You know,
timeout.
Ezell-Harding. It's been a little while since Ezell-Harding scored. It's been a.
Might as well. That full timeout's not going to do him any good. Sub-state next weekend.
That's exactly right. You know, timeouts don't carry with you. So it definitely looks better if you've used all your timeouts in a loss than anything else.
Maybe trying to get a couple more words in.
That's exactly right.
Players. This is a teachable moment.
That's right.
You wish you were on the DCA side of the teachable moment, but
That's right. That's right. You do. You wish you were on the winning side. But there's definitely not been a dearth of effort on our side. We've been working hard. Moving around. Even our subs have done well. Nolan Liebrick busts up a 3, misses. Foul by Wade Barker. 7 seconds left.
Foul is on Wade Barker. His first foul.
Coach Farmer places his jacket back on.
Number 24, Jake Seaver.
Which the last time we went to DCA, he got yelled at for taking off. Which was exciting.
Yes, I remember that.
I've never seen a ref ever tell a coach to not take clothing off.
That was at the DCA game.
That's exactly right.
Because I was there and I might have been yelling at the official.
I feel like you do that from time to time.
Even sitting up here, I do.
DCA misses both free throws.
Ryan Caldwell will take the last shot of this game and will miss.
You know, the defeat always leaves a mawkish taste in your mouth, but it's okay. We've gone through this. We worked hard. We lost to our rivals by 18.62 to 46. As we move on to the next section of where we're going to go, it looks like we're going to be heading to Memphis. For Ezell-Harding.
The guys definitely in Memphis. The girls either in Memphis and or Jackson.
Let's hope that they both end up in Memphis. That would be great.
One trip. Yep.
That's exactly right. In about 15 minutes, we're going to get started with the Knox Webb girls game. I'm actually excited to call this because I've watched them play more than you would expect because we've been in Knoxville for the past 2 weeks.
Pretty much every one of their names.
I pretty much know all of the last 6 games that they've had. So you guys have an enjoyable next 15 minutes. We'll see you then. As for right now, Matthew and I are out.